Look closely at any busy road in India today. As the traffic flows, you'll start to notice a pattern. One out of every two cars passing by carries the exact same badge. This chart shows the current distribution of auto sales in the country. This massive slice, representing over 40% of the entire market, belongs to a single company, Maruti Suzuki. In a highly competitive economy of 1 billion people, that concentration is staggering. To understand how one manufacturer conquered such a price-sensitive environment, we have to look back at how they engineered their way to the top. In the 1970s, owning a personal vehicle in India was rare. Cars were expensive imports or low-volume domestic builds, keeping them out of reach for the vast majority of the population. The Indian government attempted to solve this by creating Maruti Limited in 1971. The goal was to build an affordable car for the masses. The project stalled. The company struggled with manufacturing hurdles, limited resources, and an inability to scale production to a level that would lower costs. State backing couldn't motorize the nation on its own. Building a vehicle for a population with limited purchasing power required an entirely different approach to manufacturing. In 1981, the Indian government partnered with Japan's Suzuki Motor Corporation, creating the joint venture Maruti Suzuki India Limited. India had millions of potential buyers, but it lacked the industrial efficiency to serve them. Suzuki brought hyper-efficient Japanese manufacturing processes, injecting scale and precision into the local production lines. In 1983, the first Maruti 800 rolled out of the factory. For millions of middle-class families, owning a car finally became a realistic financial goal. This chart shows the economics behind the car's appeal. By offering a vehicle with a low upfront cost and high fuel efficiency, Maruti directly addressed the primary financial anxieties of the average buyer. The Maruti 800's tiny physical footprint allowed it to easily navigate the narrow, crowded streets of India's developing urban centers. The 800 succeeded because it was engineered specifically for the Indian environment, solving both financial and architectural constraints simultaneously. When India liberalized its market in the 1990s, heavily capitalized foreign automakers finally entered the country. Yet Maruti held its ground. They introduced a tiered lineup of new models, like the Alto and Wagoner. This captured consumers whose budgets were incrementally rising without abandoning the brand's core focus on affordability. They also built a ubiquitous service network. Independent mechanics deep into rural and urban India learned to fix Maruti cars, creating a widespread, accessible repair infrastructure. For an average family, a vehicle is a massive capital investment. Knowing that cheap, reliable repairs are available anywhere reduces the financial risk of ownership. Next, they optimized for mileage. Fuel efficiency became their primary marketing metric, establishing a standard that incoming international competitors struggled to match. Finally, they maintained low maintenance costs, even when introducing higher-end models like the Swift and Baleno, keeping their original customers inside the brand ecosystem as they grew wealthier. Maruti secures over 40% of the market today because they engineered a frictionless, low-risk ownership experience from purchase to repair. Over 4 decades, Maruti Suzuki laid the physical and cultural framework for Indian mobility. By consistently selling millions of vehicles annually, they have built a multi-generational moat of consumer trust that new competitors cannot easily replicate. Now, the automotive industry faces a major disruption: the shift toward electric vehicles and hybrid technology. This represents the biggest logistical challenge since 1983. Rather than rushing expensive, high-end electric models to market, Maruti is applying its historical formula of localization and extreme affordability to new hybrid and EV technologies. True market dominance in a developing economy relies on perfectly solving the daily logistical and economic realities of the masses. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next business deep dive.